Hello students, welcome back to our video session. The last video session, you started learning about a new chapter, an introduction to Adobe Page Maker. We are going to continue in the same chapter in this video session with few more topics: creating text block, moving text block, resizing a text block, splitting a text block, rejoining the text block, placing imported text. What do you mean by manual text flow and what do you mean by automatic text flow? What is threading text block and what is unthreading text block? How will you place a text in a frame? How will you link frames containing text? Converting a text in a text block to a frame. Let me run the slideshow. These are the topics you have covered in the last video session, right? Now you are going to learn how to create text block. Already an idea is given in the last video session. Let me see one more time now. What is a text block or how they define a text block? A text block contains text you type, paste or import. You cannot see the borders of the text block until you select it with the help of the pointer tool. We can create text block by two ways. Click or drag the text tool on the page or click the loaded text icon in an empty column or a page. These are two ways of creating a text block. Let me show you how to create a text block first. I am going to my Adobe PageMaker window. I am choosing File menu, choosing the option Place. The Place dialog box will come on the screen. Already a file is being created by me. It's a file which has been already typed and saved in my F drive. That is file 3. Now we can see the flashing vertical bar changes to a loaded text icon. Place this loaded text icon in any part of your page and have a click. The text is being imported from the file number 3 to the page. Since the text size is very small, select the text with the help of your text tool. At the bottom, we can see character control palette window. Increase the font size to 24. Right? Now the size of the text is being increased. Now, where is the block? To make this block visible, to make this text block visible, select this text with the help of your pointer tool. Now your text block is visible. What does a text block contain? This text block contains window shades. We can see here the top and the bottom. These two areas, what you see the top and bottom, are called as window shades. Then we can see a dark square box at both the handles. This is used for resizing the text. Now I have resized the text block. Right? Then at the bottom of this text block, we have a red inverted triangle. Okay. Click on this triangle once. Now, when you click on this inverted red triangle, it changes to a loaded text icon. Now, place this loaded text icon anywhere in the page and have a click. Now, we can see there are two text blocks created. This is called splitting text block. Splitting text block. Okay, right? Then, how will you move the text block? Let me delete one text block here. Right? Place the mouse pointer anywhere inside the text block and have a drag. The text block is being moved. Right? At present, we have two text blocks on the screen. I showed you how to split. Now I'm going to show how to rejoin. Place the mouse pointer at the bottom handle of your window shade of your first text block. Click and drag towards your second text block. Now both the text blocks are rejoined. This is called rejoining text block. Rejoining text block. Are you able to follow? Right? We'll move on to next topic. That is importing text. Right? What do you mean by importing? That is, you are going to insert the text from other software program like MS Word in the PageMaker or from a notepad or from a WordPad. To do this, what we have to do? First, go to File menu, choose option Place. The Place dialog box comes on the screen like this. So locate the document that contains the text you want to place and select it. Click on the Open in the Place dialog box. The pointer changes to a loaded text icon like this. Make the text block to place the text. Click in the page to place the text. The text will be placed in the page. If the text to be placed is so too big to fit on one page, PageMaker allows you to place it on several pages. This can be done manually or automatically. I'll show you what is the automatic text flow and what is called manual text flow in Adobe PageMaker screen. Let me share the Adobe PageMaker screen. Right? Now delete this text block. Try to import a new file. So go to my file menu, choose the place option, choose the file what you want to import. I'm choosing file number 2, or even you can choose your file number. Okay, file number 2. This is file number 2. So what does it states to us? The content from some other document is being moved to your PageMaker window. So select this text with the help of your text tool. Try to increase the font size so you can see the text. Okay. This is the way to import your text from other file. And they say we have 2 types of text flow. One is called manual text flow and one is called automatic text flow. So what is manual text flow? They define like this. Text flows into a defined area if there is more text that fits in the text block you defined. That is, once you place a file on a page, the content of the file on a page, if the content has got, if the file has got more content, the content has to be moved to the next pages. This can be done manually. This is called manual text flow. Right? What is automatic text flow? The text what you're going to place in the PageMaker is able to flow continuously to next pages automatically. That is called as automatic text flow. Let me show you what is manual text flow and what is automatic text flow on the screen. But remember, when you do automatic text flow, you have to make sure you have choose the option auto flow from the layout menu. When you choose the option auto flow from layout menu, the loaded text icon looks with a different way. It looks like a swirling arrow, right? Let me share my Adobe PageMaker screen here. Let me go to my file menu, choose place option. The place dialog box comes on the screen. Choose file 1. This file is already created by me. Give open. Now the icon looks like a loaded text icon. Click anywhere in the page. Go to file menu one more time. Choose place. Choose your file option. Right. Now I have placed the text of file 1 in my Adobe PageMaker window. Now what I have to do is, we can see an inverted red triangle at the bottom. What is this inverted red triangle indicating? That this text block contains few more text inside it. Now I have to move the text from the first page to the second page. How to move it? Go to layout menu, choose the option insert pages. At default, we can create 2 pages. Just give insert. 2 more pages are created. Right? Go back to your first page. Click this inverted red triangle once. It changes to a loaded text icon. Go back to your second page. Go back to your third page. Now we can see the content is being moved from first page to second page to third page. See, the content is being moved not by automatically, by manual. We are moving the text from one page to other page by choosing the text blocks inverted red triangle and just loading the text icon in different pages. Right? This is manual text flow. Let me show you what is automatic text flow. Go to the same file menu. Choose. First, let me choose a new file. Right? Then go to file menu. Choose the option place. Choose file 1 one more time. Before placing the text here, go to layout menu. Choose the option auto flow. Okay. Now you can see the loaded text icon is being changed like a squealing arrow. We call as a squeezing arrow. Place the squeezing arrow in any part of your page and have a click. We can see automatically the pages are created. At the bottom, we can see totally 5 pages are created here. Are you able to follow what I'm saying? 5 pages. This is not manual. This we call as automatic. See, the text size is very small. We can do one thing. Select the entire text. We can change the font size. So go to every page and try to change the font size if you want to increase the font size. Okay, wow. In manual text flow, pages are created by me. In automatic text flow, pages are automatically created. Are you clear? Let me move on to next topic. Understanding story. A page maker story is similar to a newspaper article. The front page of a newspaper may contain several independent articles, some of which continue on other pages. In PageMaker, several stories may appear on the same publication page and continue elsewhere in the publication. Most of you have idea about newspaper. When you are reading any article, it may continue from first page, then article may move on to the third page or even to the last pages. So there in a newspaper, how the article content moves from one page to other page. Here we can move the text from one text block to other text block. When you move the text from one text block to other text block, the text blocks are threaded. A story is created. They call threading of your text block is nothing but story. So we are going to learn what is threaded. A text block can be connected to other text block. So the text in one text block can flow into another text block. This is called threading. The process of connecting text among text block is called threading text. Text that flows through one or more threaded blocks is called story. So you can understand what is story. If the text from one text block moves to other text block, that moving of the text from one text block to other text block is called what? Story. Once two text blocks are threaded, a story is created. So we can see threading text block. How do you say it's a threading text block, sir? We can see a plus sign at the window shade. The first text block bottom, we have a plus sign. The second text block, the top, we have a plus sign. What does this plus sign indicate to us? These two text blocks are threaded. Okay. We can even unthread a text block. What is unthreading? Removing that blocks or splitting that threaded blocks we call as unthreaded. There is no more relationship occurring between the two threads. We call unthreading a text or unthreading a text block. We have two methods, method 1 and method 2. What is method 1 states? Select the block that you wish to unthread, click the pointer tool, select edit cut in the menu bar. Now choose edit paste in the menu bar. The block will reappear in the same position, but now it is unthreaded. Let me show you on the Adobe PageMaker screen how to unthread a text. Let me choose file, new window. Choose the orientation type as white here. Right. Now go to file menu, choose place option, select a file. I'm choosing file number 3. Once you choose file number 3 in your place dialog box, the icon changes to a loaded text icon. Place on the screen and have a click. The content is being pasted from that file. Now select this content with the help of your text tool. Right? Enlarge your font size. Right. Select this text with the help of your pointer tool. Now we can see a text block. At the bottom of the text block, we contain a red inverted triangle. It states there are some more text inside this text block. Resize this text block. Okay, wow. Now select this inverted triangle. It changes to a loaded text icon. Place anywhere on the screen and have a click. Now there are two threaded blocks created. How you say it is threaded? We can see a plus sign at the bottom handle of the first text block, and we can see a plus sign at the top handle of the second text block. It indicates these two text blocks are threaded. Now I'm going to unthread. How to unthread? How to remove this block? Threaded blocks. Select your text block 1. Go to edit menu. Choose cut. Of course, the text block 1 disappears on the screen. Don't worry. Now come back to edit menu. Choose paste. Now you can see previously there was a plus sign in the text block. Now that plus sign is being removed. Are you clear? This is called unthreading a text. Okay, wow. Now how will you place a text in a frame? There are points given. How will you place a text in a frame? Let me read out the points. First, click on one of the frame tool from the toolbox. Draw a frame with one PageMaker's frame tool. Click on the file menu appears. Click on place, the place dialog box appears. Locate the document that contains the text you want to place. Click on open. Click in a frame to place the text in it. So these are the points to be followed to place a text in a frame. I'm going to show how to place a text in a frame. Let me go back to my Adobe PageMaker window. Let me close down this window. Choose the orientation type as white. Right. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to place a text in a frame. How to place a text in a frame? They have said you can choose any frame, that is user's choice. Select one of the frame tool from your toolbox. I'm choosing my rectangle frame tool. Draw on your PageMaker window. Now go back to your file menu, choose place, select file 3. You open. Now you can see the file content is being moved to rectangle frame tool. If you want to see the text, please select the text with the help of your text tool. Increase the font size. Okay, wow. Now delete this content or delete this text block. Let me move on to the next topic. That is, our next topic is linking frames containing text. So I'm going to draw 2 frames. The text, what you see in the first frame, I'm going to move to my second frame. Right? So for this, what are the steps you have to follow? Draw the second frame, click the first frame, select it, click on the red triangle on the loaded text icon, click the second frame PageMaker, flows the text into the second frame. Go back to my Adobe PageMaker. Right? Choose file, new, orientation type as wide, file, place. Choose file 3. Okay, before that, select your rectangle frame tool on the screen. Draw one more rectangle frame tool. There are 2 frame tools here. Now select your first frame tool. Okay, wow. Now go back to the file menu, choose place, select your file 3. Right. Now content is being placed in your first frame. There is some more content in your first frame. I'm going to move that content text from first frame to second frame. How to move it? Click on the silver triangle. Now it changes to a arrow. Right? Move this arrow to the second frame and have a click. The content, what is not shown in your first frame, now is being linked to the second frame. Select this text with the help of your text tool. Try to increase the font size so that it is visible to you. Right? This is the way to link a text between 2 text frames. Right? Now I'm going to show you how to move a text block text to a frame. Right? Let me draw a rectangle frame tool first on the screen. Then draw a text. Select your text tool and draw here. Type the content. I'm typing here. Welcome to Adobe Page Maker. It is one of the page layout software. Select the text what you have typed. Try to increase the font size. Okay, wow. Now select your text what you have typed with the help of your pointer tool. A text block is created. Now select even your rectangle frame tool. Now select both these tools in the page by using your shift key. So when you use your shift key, both the tools are selected. Now I'm going to do, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the text in my text block to be moved to my rectangle frame tool. To do this, go to element window, choose frame, choose attach content. Now the text block content is being moved to your rectangle frame tool. Okay. If you want to remove this text content what you have moved, go to the same element window, choose frame, choose delete content. Right? This is what they have said you theoretically in the book. Right? Click the frame with the pointer tool, choose element frame, delete content in the menu bar. The text will not appear in the frame. To delete it, we have to choose this procedure. To convert a text in a text block to a frame, first draw the frame, select the text block you want to insert the frame. Now click on the frame while pressing. Use shift key to select both the elements, that is text block as well as your rectangle frame. Then choose element frame attach content. Right? These are your assignment questions. Please take down the assignment questions. Try to prepare from the video sessions what you have learned in the previous video session and the current video session. Thanks for watching this video session. Try to go through these video sessions once or twice in your home. Okay, wow. And try to learn in your home. Okay, thank you.